Hey guys, I wanted to get on here and introduce what we're going to be doing this week with our new book. As you can see, we're going to be reading A Plump and Perky Turkey, and we're going to be talking about sequencing the beginning, middle, and ending of a story. So before we start, I want you to answer these questions on a sheet of paper, or you can just tell your mom or whoever's around you the answers to your questions. If you'd like to send them to me in a picture on Class Dojo, you can totally do that. So the first question says, discuss what the students know about turkeys on Thanksgiving. Have students make predictions about this book. So I want you to go ahead and talk about what you already know about turkeys, and this can be to your mom, or you can send me a video through Class Dojo of you answering this question, or you can write it down on a sheet of paper and send me a picture of your answer on Class Dojo. However you want to do it. So just what do you already know about turkeys on Thanksgiving? And then go ahead and make at least one prediction of what you think the story is going to be about. And I'll give you just a second to do that before I start talking about the next part. Okay, I hope that you had enough time to do that. If not, you can pause the video and finish. And then I want you to answer this question. So this book is about a town that doesn't have any turkeys for Thanksgiving. It's crazy. What do you think they will do for their meal? I want you to go ahead and rather write it down, send me a video, or talk to your parents or whoever's around you. What do you think that the townspeople in this town are going to do for their meal? And the last question is, why do you think that the turkeys disappear when they see the autumn leaves? So we haven't even read the book yet, so I just want you to think. Why do you think the turkeys are going to disappear when they see the autumn leaves? Make a prediction. And think about our Turk and Runt book. Why do you think that turkeys are going to disappear when they see the autumn leaves? Okay, so before we read the book, or before you listen to the book, I'm going to introduce the skill, and then I want you to go to the YouTube video that I linked into the Google Doc with all of your assignments are, listen to the video, and then do the activity. So I'm going to show you this BrainPOP video on how to sequence the events in a story. So let me go ahead and get that pulled up for you so you can watch it. Okay, so go ahead and watch this.
You should read this book next, Moby. It's called Superbot and the Art Thief. I love this book because the plot is really exciting. The plot is all the events that happen in a story.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to fix
Events in a story occur in a certain order.
Okay.
What is sequence? Sequence is the order in which things happen or are described. Uh-oh. Somebody is up to no good. To hatch her latest plan, the evil Dr. M breaks into the art museum. Then, she steals the most famous painting in the world. Quick, turn on the signal. Meanwhile, a mild-mannered robot named Mobius D. Bot quietly eats his lunch. When he sees the signal, he springs into action. This looks like a job for Superbot. Superbot chases the evil Dr. M through the city. Next, he chases her through the park. After that, he chases her through the zoo. The evil Dr. M gets away, but Superbot doesn't give up easily. The evil Dr. M passes by a store. She just can't resist going inside. But it's a trap. Superbot saves the day. Finally, the painting is back in its rightful place. Transitions can tell you about the sequence of events. What are transitions? A transition is a word that connects ideas together. First, second, third, then, next, and finally are all transitions that describe the order of events. Before, after, later, while, and meanwhile are also transitions that tell about time. Sometimes transitions are called signal words because they're a signal for you to pay attention. As you read, look for transitions that tell you about the sequence. The transitions in this recipe tell you what to do in a certain order. First, cut the carrots. Second, cut the onions. Third, cut the celery. Before you fry them, add salt and pepper. That means the fourth step is to add salt and pepper. After that, you fry the vegetables. How can you take notes on the sequence of events? It's helpful to take notes on the sequence in a graphic organizer. I'm going to use these notes later to help me write a book report. In nonfiction writing, there might be dates and times that tell you when important events happened.
Okay, so we're not going to finish the video, but it is just talking about how in nonfiction writing there might be dates and times that can tell you when important events occurred. And we kind of talked about that whenever we did the pumpkin nonfiction reading, and we talked about how pumpkins grow throughout the fall and the spring, about how they become a pumpkin, and that's just how a sequence of events of how a pumpkin becomes a pumpkin. So for Plump and Perky Turkey, we're going to practice retelling the story and focusing on sequencing the events in the story when we retell. So when we retell a story, we're telling it again, but we have to make sure we include the characters, the setting, the problem solution in the order that they occurred. So for example, if I was going to retell my day today in the sequence that they occurred, I would say, first, I got out of bed and I made breakfast. Then I brushed my teeth and brushed my hair. Then I got dressed to come to the school to record this video for you guys. I retold my story, but I made sure that I sequenced it in the order that it occurred. So I want you to do that. I want you to pause the video or stop the video, and I want you to go to the YouTube link where I've linked the video for the book that we're reading, the read aloud. So I want you to go listen to our book, and then I want you to, on a sheet of paper, I want you to retell the story of events that had occurred, and I want you to do beginning, middle, and end. So what happened in the beginning of the story, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happened at the end of the story. And I want you to make sure that you're writing 2 to 3 sentences per part of the book, and you're including the characters and the setting in the story. The directions are in the Google Doc, Word doc that I've sent out on Google Classroom, where all your assignments are listed. The instructions are in there, and I want you to send me a picture of your writing of whenever you sequence the activities in Class Dojo. Okay? Can't wait to see you guys when y'all come back.